Hi guys, my name is Leah. We will read a book that's my favorite. I will show you. Tada! It's for the honey cake mix-up.
Okay.
Let's read it now. Are you guys ready?
Okay.
Okay. One wonderful morning, when the breeze was scented with new spring blossoms, Winnie the Pooh sat on a log waiting for Lou. I know I promised to help Lou with something today, said Pooh. I just can't remember what that something is. As Pooh licked some honey off his paw, he said, now I remember I promised to help Lou make a honey cake for Kanga's birthday party.
Wow.
Okay. Just when Lou arrived, ready to begin pouring and measuring and stirring and baking, the little kangaroo happily bounded inside and watched Pooh as Pooh peered into his cupboard. Said Pooh, we have honey and eggs and butter, but we seem to be missing something. Perhaps we should go ask Rabbit what it is. I know he's baked before.
Okay. You're going to Rabbit.
Yes, because Pooh said it was flour.
Oh.
Goodness gracious, said the Rabbit, looking in his cookbook. A honey cake is easy to make. All you need is honey, butter, eggs, baking soda, and flour. Said Pooh, that's why I'm missing the flour. It's so funny.
It's so funny.
Pooh was sure that Rabbit meant the kind with petals and leaves. I'd give you the flower, said the Rabbit, but I'm all out. That's right, said Pooh. Lou and I can't find it. Thank you for your help, Rabbit.
They will find the...
And so Pooh and Lou strode into the wood, searching for the perfect flour for Kanga's cake. A while later, they ran into Piglet. We're looking for a flower, announced Lou excitedly.
Okay.
So was I, said Piglet, and I found a whole bunch of them. He proudly held. Would you mind showing us where they are? Pooh asked. Not at all, said Piglet. I'll even help you pick some. Pooh and Lou picked some flowers, then went to Pooh's house. Then they mixed them up with the eggs, butter, and baking soda and honey, poured with the butter into a cake pan. They put the pan in the oven. Anxiously opened the door very few minutes to see if the cake was rising. It wasn't.
Dead.
Maybe we used the wrong flour, said Lou. I think you're right, Pooh agreed. And so the two friends headed out again to find a different flour for Kanga's cake.
Wow.
It seemed as if they looked at 100 different flowers. Lou especially liked some tiny yellow ones he saw in the grass. Those are buttercups, said Pooh. We don't have to use those because we already have a cup of butter at home. After a while, Pooh and Lou decided to go to see Eeyore. Oh, good, said Eeyore. We came to see you, wanted to get your advice about something you do, said Eeyore, surprised that anyone would want to ask his advice about something such as land. Flowers, cried Roo. "This is actually," said Pooh. "How do you think they would taste in a cake?" "I don't know," said Eeyore. "Why don't you taste some for yourself?" Eeyore led his friends to a small patch of purple thistles, but when Pooh bent down to pick a flower, he saw that it covered with prickles. Pooh said, "Thistles are sort of prickly, don't you think?" "I suppose," said Eeyore, "but the prickles would give your cake crunch."
It's so funny.
Pooh imagined the prickly cake the thistles would make. Not wanting to hurt Eeyore's feelings, Pooh said, "You know, Eeyore, this is such a lovely of patch thistles that you should have it all yourself. Roo and I will find another patch. But thank you all for help." After they left Eeyore, Pooh and Roo bumped into Tiger. Or rather, Tiger bounced into them. It's so funny. Pooh said, "Did you mean tiger lilies, don't you?" "Well, some folks can call them that," said Tiger, frowning, "but these tiger lilies have bounce. Any cake you can put them in sure to rise. Any cake you put them in is sure to rise."
Okay.
"What do you think?" Roo asked Pooh. "Do you want to put a tiger lily on your mama's honey cake?" "Oh yes," said the Roo, jumping up and down with excitement. "She'll have the let the Roo stir for a while," and he poured the mixture into a pan.
Okay.
Before Pooh put the pan in the oven, Roo said, "It looks kind of funny." Pooh stared at the lumpy orange mixture. "That's because it's not cooked," he said. "It will look different once we bake it." But when Pooh took the pan out of the oven, nothing had changed. "Oh my," said Pooh. "This doesn't look like a cake at all. It looks like a carrot soup."
It's not a cake at all. It's a
So, carrot soup.
They're trying to make a cake, but
It's a carrot soup.
it's a carrot soup. Okay.
Roo peered at the goat. What did we do wrong?" he asked in a worried voice. "I think we should go see Rabbit again," said Pooh. "He'll know how to fix it." Yay!
Okay.
Once Rabbit saw the soapy mixture, he said, "Oh, Pooh, you forgot the flour." "No, I didn't," said Pooh. "No, we didn't," echoed Pooh. "Then you mustn't have white kind." "Hello, Owl," said Pooh. "Do you know where we could find a white flower?" "What a white rose do?" Owl asked. "Christopher Robin has one." "Rose do?" Owl asked. "Christopher Robin has some roses in his garden. He might have a white one." "That could be splendid," said Pooh. "Yes, it would," said Owl, sitting on a branch. "By the way, did I ever tell you about my great aunt Rose? Well, it's really quite fascinating how as Owl chattered on Roo and Pooh slipped away. A while later, they found Christopher Robin, who had been out back in his garden. "I was wondering," said Pooh, "do you have a white flower in Kanga's cake? We already have the other ingredients." "Silly old bell," said Christopher Robin. "You need a white baking flour, not a white flower with petals and a stem."
Now they figured out. Okay.
"I do," said Pooh. "My mother has some in a can," said the boy. "I'll get it for you." I'm almost done na.
Yeah.
While Christopher Robin was getting the flower. Pooh and Roo admired the roses. They stuck their noses into the blossom, breathing the sweet scent. Said Roo, they smell like mama.
They smell like mama.
Soon Christopher Robin, with the tin as Pooh, stared at the white flower. Inside, Christopher Robin said, "It's okay, Pooh. It's easy to make a mistake, especially with words that sound the same." "You're right," said Pooh. "Flower and flower. No wonder I got confused." "You got a good idea," said Christopher Robin. "I'm sure Kanga would love to receive some flowers for her birthday. Hugh and Roo used the flower Christopher Robin have given them to give them to make a wonderful tall golden honey cake. When Pooh took the cake out of the oven,
Nah, use your fingers when you're reading para you're not lost. Para you're not lost while reading, you have to use your fingers so you can follow
out
the
of
words.
the oven, Pooh breathed deeply and said, "It sure smells so good. As a flower." Flowers are my favorite.
Yeah.
Later that afternoon at the party in the woods, Roo gave the honey cake and the bouquet of roses to his mother. "Thank you, Roo," said Kanga. "What wonderful presents these are. And to think that you and Pooh made the cake all by yourselves. Why, you're really quite a pail." Boo.
Boo. It's Boo.
Not. Not.
Not Boo. Okay.
Pooh began to imagine himself as big green pelts. It's so funny. Why Pooh imagined himself and Roo as big green pelts?
Oh, why do you think?
Because Kanga said pale.
But it's actually a
Same word.
same words. A
Oh my
pair and a pair. Okay?
Okay.
Mm.
He must have looked confused. Christopher Robin said, "Not that kind of pair, Pooh. Kanga meant the kind of pair means two.
Means two.
They are the same words."
Yeah. Pair, that means two.
Pooh and Roo and Christopher Robin giggled just a little. Then they sat down to eat big delicious slices of Kanga's honey cake with their friends. The end.
Wow.
Do you like the story, guys?
Yes, we like the story.
It was a flower.
Flower and flower.
But Christopher Robin said it's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah, especially with the words with the same sound, right?
Yes, and pale and pale.
Sit down, sit down.
Bye, guys. Mwah.